Don't click away. I know the title says I'm cooking a ham, cold smoking a ham, and I'm standing here with a Chihuahua and you're wondering, what's this piece of meat? Why is he holding a dog? All of these questions you have, and you're about to turn off the video, don't do it. I'm holding a Chihuahua because all 4 of my dogs are in this video for personal reasons. And this is Leah, and she's a Chihuahua. Anyone who doesn't like Chihuahuas, you should learn about Chihuahuas. They're pre-contact dogs. They were here before the Europeans. They were one of the strongest breeds of dogs on the planet. This tiny little dog is more amazing than you could ever imagine. But you're gonna see all of my dogs in this video. And I'm gonna explain what this is about. Not gonna tell you now. You're gonna have to watch the video to see what's going on here. Please stick with me. It's not too long, and this is something you can definitely do at home. And I haven't tasted it yet, but it smells delicious. I'm gonna put Leah down, I'm gonna wash my hands, and we're gonna get into this. My recommendation for people who are first-time smokers to start with a pellet smoker if you can afford one. It's a good way to learn how to run temperatures, how to run your smoker without having to fight this firebox. I spend every 15 minutes, I come out here, I check it, make sure this wood is the way it's supposed to be, make sure this temperature gauge is where it's supposed to be, make sure the smoke is flowing the way it's supposed to be. It's a lot of work. If you get a pellet smoker, you don't have to focus so much on this aspect of the cook, and you can focus more on learning how to smoke. I learned how to smoke on a pellet smoker, and then once I felt confident, I started using a regular wood smoker. This is very cheap. So if you get a nice cheap smoker and you just want to mess around, go for it. But just understand that if you want to learn how to smoke, a pellet smoker is going to make the technique part of the cooking part easier. And then you can learn how to maintain your heat and your fire later, if that's something you're interested in. Do something a little bit different, experimenting a little bit. I'm going to take this piece of loin and this nice little fat cap I have here, and I'm going to brine it like it was a piece of ham. And I'm going to see what happens. So basically this is 1.5 kilos. So I'm going to use 0.0025 times 1500 for 3.75 grams of this, and about 0.05 times that, so this is going to be about 75 grams of salt. Then I'm going to add to the brine cinnamon, nutmeg, rosemary, thyme, bay leaves, a little bit of pepper, some of this raw sugar. This is just sugar cane cooked down into liquid and then re-solidified into bars. And I think that's everything we're going to put into this brine today. And we're going to see how it comes out. We're going to use about 3 liters of water in the brine to cover this amount of meat. So we're going to bring it all to a boil. In this brine right now, I've got about 2 liters of water, about 1/3 of a chunk of tapa dulce, the raw sugar, thyme, rosemary, cinnamon, cloves, bay leaf, a little bit of nutmeg, 75 grams of salt, 3.75 grams of pink salt or Prague powder, and that's about it. The reason I didn't put the full 3 liters in there is because I'm going to add ice to it to cool it down so that I can just dump it right into my meat. So I'm going to add another liter of water to this once to cool it down at the end. But I'm going to bring this to a boil, let everything incorporate into the liquid, and then we'll put it in the brine, and 6 days we'll be on the smoker seeing how this goes. All right, this is going in the brine for 6 days. It'll be 6 days for me, it'll be 2 seconds for you. It's been 6 days now. I haven't touched or looked at this in the brine in the past 6 days, so we're going to find out right now if I did the brine correct, if I did the salt correctly. When I pull it out of here, if it smells horrible, I obviously didn't cure it correctly because it's been in liquid for 6 days. So we'll see how this comes out together. I probably won't post it if it's rotten. So let's see how it goes. Smells good. So we're doing a ham today, even though it's not exactly a ham cut of meat. But oh yeah, that smells real nice. It's got some nice cinnamony flavor. We're gonna have this back fat here. I think I'm gonna cut that off and make like bacon out of it eventually. But I'm gonna smoke the whole thing together, just like this, with the fat side down. No, You know what? I'm gonna smoke with the fat side up first, and then we'll probably flip it during the cooking process. Let some of that fat sort of render on top. I'm gonna do a cold smoke today, so this could take between 5 and 8 hours. I'm thinking with a piece of meat this size, it should be less than 5 hours. I don't want it to cook too fast because I want to get nice cold smoke curing process. The cold smoke not only gives you a better texture and a different flavor profile, it draws the salt out. It dries it out more, so it gets it a more salt cured flavor in it, as opposed to hot smoking it. Like if I were to hot smoke it, I could cook it in an hour and it would be just basically like cooked pork. So we're going for more of a ham texture, more of a ham consistency, and more of a ham flavor. I don't think I'm gonna glaze this with anything. I was thinking about putting some honey on it, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna let it go how it is because it has a lot of sugar in it already. And let's see how it comes out. So we're gonna go, I've got the smoker getting started right now. We're gonna dump this liquid, this is garbage, and we're gonna take this out and we're gonna throw it on the smoker for the rest of the morning. It's 6 in the morning. My neighbors are honking the horn. Awesome. So at 6 a.m. we should be ready for lunchtime today with some whatever we're gonna call this when it's done. So we'll get to that part. It'll be a little bit quicker for you than me, but we'll get there right now. So we got the smoker on cold right now, smoking real nicely. Took me like 40 minutes to get this fire started today. It's rainy season here in Costa Rica and it can be a little rough. So we're gonna take this, I'm gonna put it fat side down to start. I don't know why. I've been going back and forth on how I want to do it, and that's what I decided on. Now look at all that smoke coming out of there. That is a ton of smoke with no heat. There's no heat in here whatsoever. So we're gonna take this, we're just gonna drop it right like that on the far end of the smoker where it won't get any heat from the fire in there. You can see the fire starting to light up. And we're gonna watch that temperature to make sure it doesn't go above about 150 today until we wanna finish it off. All right, so we're gonna keep this about 150, 175 on cold smoke for the next 4 or 5 hours. Let's see how this works out. Let's do a little dog talk now. That's Ouida right there, she's gone blind. We think she might have a brain tumor and she might not be with us for very long. So this may be her last video with us. Say hi to the camera, Ouida. We love you very much. You've been an amazing part of our family. And hopefully we get you for at least 1 more year. And this is Cole. He's a big monster, but he's a good dog. We're about an hour into this cook right now. And I just want to take a second to take a look at it. Normally an hour, hour and a half is when we first look at our smokes anyway. So as you can see, there's a ton of smoke. It's starting to get a little bit of color here. A little bit of redness. A little bit of blackness too. But like that's just some soot from the wood. That won't be an issue. I've rotated. I'm going to rotate it again to put its face that way. This is putting out no heat right now. So let's talk a little bit about cold smoking. So that I feel like some people click on these videos not necessarily to see what I'm cooking, but how I'm cooking it. So if you're using a wood burning, you're basically just running coals here. See, as you can see, I'm trying to smother this fire as much as I can. If I get a flare up, then my temperature is going to jump to 400 degrees really, really fast. We got another dog pick. Oh, that's Choco. She's fat, she's old, but she keeps fighting on. All right, we're about 2.5 hours into this cook. She's looking real nice, firming up a little bit, still pretty soft. It's definitely raw in the middle. We're taking a lot of smoke. Look at this fat render here. It's looking juicy. It's looking nice. That's looking real good. I've been running this under 150 all day. I just want to take a second to look at that really cool cloud over there too. Look at that thing, man. That thing is gnarly. Hey, wow. That's a cool cloud. It's over the ocean, I think. We are 5-ish hours into this cook right now. 5 hours into this cook right now. And we are looking at some nasty clouds. Unlike that beautiful cloud from earlier, these have lightning in it. So in the interest of not dying out here holding on to metal tongs while lightning's coming down, and it comes down wicked hard out here, we are firing this up and we're going to finish it at about 250, 275. I might drop that a little bit because I don't want to burn it, but it's been smoking for 5 hours and I feel like it's time to let this go, because if I don't, I might get hit by lightning while I'm cooking out here. So I'm gonna let this go for another hour maybe. See until we get to the internal temperature of about 160 degrees, and then we're gonna pull it, rest it, see how it turned out. We've come to the end of the video, or nearly. I'm gonna give this a taste first, and hopefully you watched from the intro and you're gonna see what I was doing here. This is a loin. I brined it. You saw the whole video. This is the end. We're gonna let this rest for a little bit, and then we're gonna cut into it. This right here is some really nice back fat. So my thought is I'm gonna rip this off, and we're gonna have some back fat bacon here, and we're gonna have a loin cured in the style of ham. So I really don't know how this is gonna taste, but I'm excited to find out. So let's cut into this and take a look. Here we are with our fake ham. It's not really a ham. I don't do a lot of research on these videos before. I don't want to steal other people's ideas. I don't want to steal other people's recipes. I don't want to steal other people's videos. So usually I make videos about things that I know about. Today I decided to go outside of my comfort zone and have a little bit of fun with a piece of meat I had here. So we're just going to take this bacon off. It's basically just going to rip right off and leave us with this nice pork underneath. Now, this is obviously not a ham. We all know what a ham is, right? It's the hind leg of a pig. This is not a leg, this is a loin. So what we're working with here is going to be a little bit different. And we're going to see what it looks like on the inside. You can see I got pretty dark on the outside, but I'm not too worried about that. Mostly that smoke color, and I think it'll come out pretty good. So let's slice into this and just take a look and see what we're working with here. Oh, wow. Yeah, so clearly that's insanely juicy. Look at the fat running down it. And it's pink because I cured it in pink salt. And it's cooked all the way through. That's not raw, it's pink from the curing. And it actually looks like ham. We're gonna have to take a taste of this and see how it is. So let's slice off a little piece of this ham. I'm very excited. So, I mean, it looks like ham. It looks like a piece of ham. It's pink, it's got ham color. Oh, it's smoky and sweet. Wow. Wow. This is definitely something you can do at home. This is definitely really, really good. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 on this one. Wow. I'm surprised. I was a little worried about this cook. Thanks for watching the video. If you're still watching at this point, give me a like, a sub, anything to let me know you're out there. Say something. So tell me what I did wrong, what I did right. If you're going to try this. I really appreciate the people who watch to the end. And this, I mean, there's like the sweetness and the cinnamony flavor and the saltiness. Everything in this came together really, really well in a very surprising way. I honestly didn't know what I was doing here. So if you're afraid to try new things when it comes to cooking, don't be. Just go out there and do it. You know, you might fuck it up, but who cares? This is the end of the video where I get to say whatever I want. Thanks for watching, and I hope you keep watching other videos of mine. There's a lot of other ones. You can see my smoked bacon video. You could watch my pork butt, my pulled pork videos. I got a lot of meat. I do a lot of pork stuff. So watch the videos. Make sure there's ham at home if you really want a good piece of ham. And have a good day.